Good morning. Hello, everyone. We're going to be doing part two of the Beast Tamer's Flute, which is a story in the Final Fantasy XIV tabletop. While I go ahead and I get everything ready, why don't you guys go ahead and go around and introduce yourselves and your character?
Killer Coke. I am a Lala Black Mage. That is all.
Perfect. Sherry?
I am Big Kitty. I am a big girl kitty. I'm the healer.
And Faye.
I am Sakura, aka Sherry Blossom, who is a Hrothgar ninja. Also a drag queen.
Very important. We gotta make sure
Yes.
we include that.
PM.
Now, let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to continue from where we left off. And did anybody make notes last week?
We just finished our first encounter,
Yup.
carved up the corals and ate, and I think we're about ready to go on our way.
Yep.
Being led by Thomas.
Yes. Oh, I'm glad you remember his name. Thomas has hired you guys as escorts, taking him from Limsa Laminza to his village, which is near Brave Fox Longstop. And yeah, you guys did get attacked by quarrels, which you defeated. Not mentioned, by throwing fire in one's butthole and throwing fire in the other one's mouth.
Such
Glorious.
devastation.
'Twas his intention. That's the worst part. Okay. So as you guys are kind of going along on the cart, you have a little bit of downtime, and Faye,
Yeah.
your character Sakura is looking at the pelts. Now, the pelts, you guys got enough off of them independently that you can get one fortune for both of them.
Oh, nice.
However, you have a vision, you have a dream of basically a coral skin bikini. It
Heck yeah.
it would look very nice, but the only thing is that these are actually owned by Big Kitty. But you could potentially double, even quadruple, the fortune that's worth for these pelts if you were to make this outfit.
Oh, nice. I guess what I could do is offer up a deal. Like, if I were to make that out of pelt, and if I made a little bit of a fortune off of one of my drag shows, I could share a percentage with Big Kitty.
All right. And how do you feel about that, Big Kitty?
Yeah. Are we crafting this for Sakura to wear in one of her shows?
To sell, unless Sakura has one of those.
I was finna say I'm gonna use it for my show. What you talking about?
Right? And how many bikinis can we make from these pelts?
You can make one bikini.
Oh, and that's it.
Yes.
I mean,
that changes the.
we are not the tiny kitties.
I was just gonna say.
So you could wear it in your drag if you wanted to, or alternatively, you could take it and put it. You could sell it, and you guys could split the amount, because whatever you guys wanted to do.
because if I'm not mistaken, when I took my notes when I created my character, I have a talent of being a weaver, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm pretty good at making clothing. So yeah.
How about I offer to give them the pelts now if they're willing to make me an outfit later?
Yeah, sure, that totally works. It's y'all's
good.
idea. Just make sure that you remember to add the pelts to your inventory, Faye. So later when she's like,
Okay.
"Hey, can you make me an outfit?" You're not like, "With what?"
Right. Let me grab my notepad.
Okay,
But now they can use these pelts for whatever they want. It's just later they got to make me an outfit.
okay. So, Faye, since you can use the pelts for whatever you want to, did you want to go on ahead and make that bikini that you just envisioned in your mind?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I want you to roll me a d20 for your crafting.
D20. Alright, let me grab one. And let me pull it all the way over here because it's gonna go fly and I can just feel it now. Alright. 16.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's see. With a 16, you managed to craft a very stunning, very attractive bikini. And this would actually wow at your next drag show if you wanted to keep it for yourself. If you do decide to sell it, however, it is worth 3 fortunes. Quite a very good penny. So it's totally up to you what you would want to do with it.
Okay.
You'd be amazed by the fortune someone would pay for a used bikini.
Oh my.
I've never thought about
You're
that,
right.
and now that I've thought about that, I don't want to think about that.
It's real world stuff. It's scary.
What is it? Bathwater gamer?
Dude, the funniest thing about that is finding out like how disgusting the human body is, where it's like this clean gamer girl sells bathwater, and it's like, oh yeah, there were brain parasites in that. Just terrible. Anyway, so you guys are going along. Killer, are you still on the cart running next to the gentleman?
Sure.
Alright. And so everybody else is on their mounts, which I forgot to mention what kind of mount Ala was on, and I didn't even think about it. Kind of caught myself by surprise. So I'm going to say that Al is on, Killer, you have a chocobo, so I'm just going to say he's on a chocobo as well. Because even though he has a Magitech blade, if he was running around in a Magitech, like, one of those Magitech...
Around here?
Yeah, exactly. It would cause very much more of a panic. So, Faye, you had just finished your, have pretty much just really put the finishing touches on this kind of like strat bikini when the village comes into view just as the sun reaches its zenith, meaning we're no longer in the morning. If you have morning, you're no longer affected by it. As expected, the settlement is little more than a collection of ramshackle homes and improvised dwellings. You don't even bother looking for an aetheryte. No village this small would have one. As Thomas sets down the handcraft, a bony old man hastens over, obviously distressed. Thomas, tell me, lad, have you seen my boy Bart? And Thomas just thinks for a moment, and he's like, I haven't, no. Why, something happened to him? The older gentleman, which you now begin to realize is the mayor, says, "He's gone, and our written development along with him. He must have taken it and vanished off to who knows where. If anything happens to him, I don't know what I'd do with myself." The elderly hero trails off, looking you over as if only now noticing your presence. Then frantic energy renews. He entreats you. "Adventurers! Kind adventurers, please, I beg ya! Help me find Bart! Help me find my son!" No sooner does he finish it, he bursts into tears. Thomas, looking only slightly less confused than you feel, turns to you. "I'm sorry to ask this of you after all you've done for me today, but could you see if any of the other villagers know what's going on?"
Yeah. Got you, bro.
Yeah.
Of course.
Al is
Can we
just
see him?
going to kind of give a slow nod because of everybody else. And once Thomas has kind of moved on and he's asking some of the villagers around town, trying to help the mayor, he's like, "We could have asked for payment."
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was
crap.
wondering why the greedy little Lala didn't ask.
Oh, I was feeling very helpful.
Me, I've got a weak spot for youngins.
If
You
you
know, it's a
were
favor.
if you were wondering why the Lala wasn't being greedy and you were expecting it and wanting it, I think you would. That says you're the greedy one.
I just don't trust the tiny things.
Whoa. But look how helpful I'm being.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm so good.
What's in it for you?
Just I don't know. Panic. She's looking right at me.
As you guys kind of look around, the village, like you saw, is kind of a ramshackle mess. There's not a whole lot to a lot of people about. But that's kind of expected. Most people would probably either be in Bray Fox, trading with the goblins, or talking to them, performing some sort of job. But you do see a gentleman who looks like he's selling wares, foodstuffs, and then another one that's selling armor, a mender for gear, and then you just kind of see a woman just hanging out by the well, kind of in the center of town. You guys are free to talk to whoever you want to gather information.
I'll start with the woman by the well.
Okay. So the woman is actually a Lalafellan female. And you can see that because of her size, she's having some difficulty turning the wheel on the well. So as you kind of get close, she kind of looks to you and then looks to the well, and then she looks to you and looks to the well, kind of not asking for help, but kind of suggesting help. Would be very appreciative.
Aww. I would go up to her and ask, "Little lady, would you like some help with that?"
She will very quickly nod, and then she kind of squints at you, and she's like, oh my god. And she's gonna kind of just squint further, and she's gonna be like, "Are you Cherry?" I'm sorry, this is going to be so weird to ask. "Are you Cherry Blossom?"
I am. Would you like an autograph?
She is going to just gasp, and she's like, "Yes, yes, yes." She actually reaches into her purse, and she pulls out a poster that it seems like she got from a recent journey herself to Limsa Lamensa, or Costa del Sol, actually, because it says Costa del Sol on the bottom, and you recognize that it's for a drag show that's happening very soon. And it's It's the drag contest being held by Pixie Mattel, and all of the contestants are laid out, including you, kind of drawn by hand. It's very beautiful. Everybody's in their perfect drag. But one drag queen stands out. She's kind of taller on the poster than everybody else, even Pixie Mattel, the host, which is Peachy Queen, who you know as your rival drag queen. But she holds the poster up and she's like, "Oh, please, please sign it."
I would take the poster and look it over. This will not do. I must win. And then I looked down at her and I was like, "Oh, sorry about that. What is your name, little lady?"
Fuck! You're making me go find a Lalafell name.
What's your backstory?
Lies
Parents'
it.
name? Where do you work?
Where did you pull this poster out from? Because that don't fit.
Her name is Ciceru Siru.
Whoa.
Well, Ciceru, thank you so much for being a fan. And here you go, signed and personalized by moi, Sherry Blossom. Now, to get to the matter at hand, let me get that well bucket for you.
And she's going to kind of clap her hands together and she's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing. If I had realized I was talking to a celebrity, I never would have asked." Well, I didn't ask, but I do appreciate it anyway, "for you to help me with the well. But if I may ask, what are you doing here? I can't imagine that you're advertising the show in such a small town."
Well, honey, I am. I'm just going town to town to spread the word. Make sure we have a whole lot of guests there so that I can get the most attention, if you know what I mean. Anywho, question for ya. Have you, by chance, seen a small sir by the name of, and I cannot remember his name, damn it.
Bart.
I did not write it down. Bart. Have you come across, a little fella? His name's Bart. He's lost. In your travels, have you maybe seen this small fellow?
And she's just gonna be like, "Bart? Of course I know him. He's the mayor's boy. This isn't exactly a big town. Even more, I'm kind of surprised you're here. But, yeah, I know him. His mom passed away soon after he was born, and he's usually a very sweet boy, good heart, bit sheltered from his pa's coddling. He's not usually allowed to leave the village. But, a lot of people look up to him. I have not seen him recently. I do know that there are a couple of other children in the village who like to play around. They're usually outside the village. They might know where he is."
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for that bit of information. And here's your water pill.
And
I just hand her over the water pill.
And she's gonna kind of use her head to help kind of like hold it, and she's just going to run off after saying several thank yous. Clearly still starstruck, but also worried that she's taking up too much of your time. With that, you have a lead in terms of the children. But there's also a couple of other people around. If someone else wanted to investigate and ask questions.
else is around?
There is a Huron female over in the blackmail shop. Blacksmith shop. There is a gentleman who's kind of hanging out at the weaponsmith, a Rogadine male. And then there's another Huron male who is hanging out at kind of like a goods and foodstuffs. And you can see that he's already started taking stuff off of Thomas's crate that was probably for him, as Thomas has gone around to these little homes asking questions.
Oh, how does like gear work? If we get like, do we get like gear that helps our stats or anything like that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can we get like gear that helps like stats like in the game or?
So the game doesn't have, because it's very pick up and play. It's not like Dungeons and Dragons where it's like you find like a new plate mail that's like has a better armor class. What you can get instead is augmentations. So the augmentations will let me open them up. They can do different things. The thing is that once you kind of like take it off of your outfit, it kind of doesn't work anymore. It's kind of like materia, but if materia broke after use, which I don't know. I don't think extracting materia does.
Sometimes.
It used to.
Yeah.
It used to, absolutely. Now it's like if it's overmelded, there's a percentage of a chance of it breaking.
Like you can take stuff out. And there's like a 40% chance it breaks. I'll go chat to the person in the blacksmith. I heard the blacksmith and I was like, oh, can I like buy a piece of armor or something?
Yeah, in fact that might be a good way to get him to talk. Let me just open up my shop menu wherever the fuck it is.
The goldsmith talking to a blacksmith.
I think I have. Just says +1 to crafting. I don't know it. Plus, I get a +1 for anything with goldsmithing, and then a +1 for crafting because of a talent.
Yeah, I believe that those are your current augmentations. Kind of as a, sorry. Kind of as like a thing, because you're a goldsmith, so you're a little bit, before you became an adventurer, so you're a little bit more used to crafting than you are to fighting.
Yeah, it says I have minor goldsmith and blacksmith.
Oh yeah, you may do well talking to him.
Yeah. As you kind of approach, even, he kind of like eyes you and he gives you a little nod. And it's kind of like a nod of recognition because he can tell as you're approaching, you're kind of sizing up his tools of the craft. You're looking at his hammers, his tongs. He knows that you're looking at the quality of his goods. And he's like, quality recognizes quality. And he gives you kind of a thumbs up. And he's like, what can I do for you?
Hey, how's it going? We're looking for the mayor's son, Bart. Have you seen him around by chance?
And he's going to, he's gonna think on it for a moment, and then he's gonna kind of look down at his wares. You see that he doesn't just have armor, he also has stuff like glasses, jewelry, things like that, and he's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe a cell or two might jog my memory.
Yeah. What kind of rings do you got?
And he's gonna go, oh, you're a man of rings. And
yeah, kind of.
He's
put my
going
hand up
to
my face and show off my mini blings.
He's going to turn around and he's going to pick up a case of exclusively rings, and he's going to put them down. You're going to see that he's got two that you can tell very quickly are probably going to be very, very, very lucrative for you if you were to purchase them. But before we start, how much money do you have?
It says I have 5 fortunes.
Yeah, he got the money.
Okay. So you see a you see that he has 2 rings that really, really, like, that aren't just jewelry. They actually do have some quality to them. The first one that you see has a magic damper augmentation. The magic damper augmentation allows a cast of Aether Wall, which, if you already have Aether Wall, it allows for a second casting of Aether Wall. He's also got a Masterwork Ornamentation, which grants 1 advantage die on checks involving speech. Which is very, very nice indeed. It shows it by being 5 fortune. It'll
Oh
take
my
all
God.
5 of your fortune to bring the price down to where you can have it.
How much is the other one?
The other one is 2. But he also does kind of point at some of the armor that he's got. It looks nice and light, made for a mage. If you would rather be interested, he's got quite a good deal of both.
Can I trade any like work for some information? Does he need some help with crafting?
You know what? I'm gonna put that down to a. We're gonna go ahead and put that down to a charm check. So let me just get out my player handbook. Make sure I'm doing this right. Was it in one of my... This is the fun bit where I have to consort like 50 damn things to try and find the one thing I'm looking for. Oh, was it in the Game Master book? While I'm looking it up, go ahead and roll me a 1d20.
Roll. I rolled an 8.
An 8.
No.
If I remember correctly, it is a roll against your wisdom modifier.
I got a. I don't see wisdom.
Hold on 1 second. Let me double check. Make sure I'm thinking of the one I'm thinking of. Sorry, mind. Mind is.
Mind?
Yep.
4.
4.
Does that mean I get a +4, or how's the stats work with the rolls?
So basically, it would be, so you rolled your 1d20, and then you would add your mind to it, which is +4.
Okay.
Which is unfortunately just shy. He kind of shakes his head, and he's like, unfortunately, a town this size, I often don't need to sell any of these rings. People are more interested in the armor. I have plenty of free time, so I don't really need help around my shop any.
Alright, that's fair.
He's
I'm
gonna...
interested.
He just told you he can't move the rings.
Mhm.
Oh, right, yeah. I would be interested in that ring that gives the shield, but how does 1 fortune sound?
Go ahead and give me another d20.
Roll. Mother 5 and 3. How about 3 fortunes, asshole? I mean,
I love Cherry's
Honestly?
laugh in the background.
yeah, she's like laughing at it.
He's gonna kind of look. He's gonna give
Painfully
you an
laughing.
even sterner look. And he's gonna go, 3 fortune.
No. How about no, no, thank you. Can
Mm,
I?
Dude already told you, unless you buy something, he ain't telling you shit.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna have to spend some money.
Right?
He's gonna say, "How about this?" And he's going to, because you're a Lalafell, he's gonna absolutely manhandle you. He's gonna pick you up. He's gonna put you on his side of the counter, and he's going to hand you all of the bits and bobs of the trade. And he's gonna say, "If you can make me a ring better than the price of this, I will give it to you for free."
Woo. Yeah.
So I'm going to say your previous rolls did not count, even though I should have taken, I think that was a 1 that first time.
Let me fuck around with the die over here.
Okay, so I want you to roll me a d20. Crafting is coming up, yay!
Yay! And then I get a +2. Whoa.
It went
There we go.
What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
dirty.
Yeah, because it's an 18 and I get a +2 because I'm crafting a jewelry.
You got a 20?
A dirty 20.
A
He has
dirty 20.
18 plus a +2.
As you're
whatever stat I would have. I don't know.
As you're building this ring, something kind of catches your eye. And you add it in instead of using kind of like your normal rings. You actually make a ring of damn it, I lost my space. You notice that it's not actually a gem or a jewel, it's materia. The same thing that you use on your rings to kind of channel power in and use them as you do. You actually make a second masterwork ornamentation, which allows you to grant advantage die on checks involving speech. So basically, the more expensive item that he has in his shop, you literally just made yourself. But the deal was for the Aether Wall ring, and so he takes the ring that you just made, worth 5 fortune.
Yep.
And he just says, "That will do very nicely." And then he hands you the Aether Wall ring.
Nice. I will take it. Aether Wall. What does that do exactly?
It grants you the ability to cast Aether Wall, which I believe is a black mage ability. If you already have the ability Aether Wall, it lets you cast it twice.
I think it's mana. Mana wall.
Mana word. But no, I don't. Oh, mana word. Yeah, I have mana ward.
Okay. Alright, then you just gain an ability called Aether Wall. Immediately after an ability check, for an ability that targets you, increase your magic defense by 1 for the ability check that triggered Aether Wall. Which might come in handy if you're ever kind of in that position where an AoE is about to go off, but you don't want to mess up your cast.
Okay.
But, sorry. It gives me a +1 to what again?
Magic defense.
+1 to magic defense.
And it is an instant ability, meaning that it's not a secondary or primary. You can use it right before something attacks you.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. I like the trade. So have you seen anything about this Spark guy? Kid?
And the Rogadine man is just gonna be like, well, let me think.
Who else? Children outside.
I know that I've taught him some blacksmithing. Thomas has taught him a little bit about trade skills. I don't think that he went to go sell wares or anything like that. He's a bit too young for it. Honestly, I can't believe he left, considering how overprotective his father is. And he's just kind of thinking about it. Me. Sorry, I just had to read over these notes real fast. Let's see. He does occasionally do some supply runs to Wineport or Limsa. It's not very often, but sometimes he does. And that doesn't keep Bart from complaining, though, even though it's very rare. He's always grumbling about how sick he is of this place. Called us all cowards a time or two as well. I get where he's coming from, but the mayor and the rest are only doing what they think is best. I'm sure he'll grow out of it sooner or later. And it's very clear that he doesn't know immediately where Bart is.
Okay. So we have maybe he went to Limsa.
Yeah, he might have went to run all the way to Limsa or to Wineport.
Cool. Thank you. I give him a nod and walk back to the group.
Before you fully leave, he's just kind of like, if you're ever back in the village again, let me know. And then there's kind of like a little flirtatious wink.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I had another question.
Mm-hmm.
I have this ley lines, but I don't see ley lines anywhere.
Probably because of your level.
Yeah. This
I
is
like-
for
Yeah, I like that.
this is for whenever you level up and you actually get ley lines. So you see these ley lines?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No! Ah! Oh.
Oh, stab the black mage's soul.
I was looking at the other levels too, and I didn't see them on like any of the levels, and it made me curious. I was like, why?
I know that you get like
Always worried
level
about
ley
ley
lines
lines.
in the 60s in the story mode, so yeah, you won't have it this quest anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but later. Cherry, that just leaves a Huron female who is working the she's working kind of like the weapon shop. And then there's the man who is kind of working on the goods, who's currently kind of putting things away.
I'll walk over to the Huron male, kind of flexing a little bit, and be like, I see you got a lot to unload there. Could you use a hand?
And he's actually going to nod, and he's like, just appreciate it. He doesn't seem as talkative as the others. But he kind of like, he's pointing, and he's like, that part over there, that's all the foodstuffs, and that goes to my stall. And you see that Thomas has very kindly kind of put the cart very close to him, so he can go ahead and get all of the food and things that needs to be preserved out. And he's gonna be like, let me know if you see ice crystals.
Okay. And as a botanist and culinarian, I want to check out the foodstuffs as I'm unloading, and maybe that'll help me strike a conversation with him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a d20.
Don't forget that I have where is it? My talent is +1 persuasion.
Yes,
Oh,
but
I rolled a 20.
That is nice, but I will remind you that you're not trying to persuade him to talk. You're trying to charm him into giving you information. You're trying to, well, I'm kind of splitting hairs, but it doesn't matter.
It says
You got to.
persuasion or ingratiate.
Hey, okay,
So,
all right. So Big Kitty, as you got the big eyes. That's why you're so charming. You got the big cat eyes. As you're kind of helping him move stuff, you see some Papatos, and which is very surprising because with all this lush vegetation, there shouldn't be any problem growing their own food. But as you kind of pull things out, you see carrots and you see potatoes, tomatoes, basically everything that they should be able to grow themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you want to ask him about it?
Sure. Well, first I'll ask his name since I'm helping out already.
I fucking hate all of you. Oh my god.
We're keeping you on your toes.
Let's see. His name, he announces that his name is Roger Barber. Um, which is very funny considering that he is not, in fact, a barber. Um, but if you look over at the stall for the foodstuffs, it says barber. This is probably very confusing to everyone, even the people who live here.
Hey, Roger, I can't help but notice you got a lot of root veggies and some tomatoes in here. Can't you get that stuff locally?
And he kind of just like this deep angry sigh, and he's like, "We used to. We had a nice farming land until the bandits showed up. They salted the earth."
Oh, those bastards.
He's like, "Now, if we either have to pay twice the price for whatever they're willing to give us, or we have to run these trips for just simple vegetables and pray to the 12 that the stuff even gets back to us."
Right? They made things difficult.
And as you're kind of talking, he's going to pick up the he's gonna pick up one of the crates, and he's just gonna be like, "Oh, difficult besides, now I was overhearing that the Bill of Rights gone missing. That's an official document the government types over in Limsa wrote up. So if a troublemaker were to get their hands on it, they could make all kinds of mischief."
Speaking of mischief, have you seen Bart anywhere? I know kids can get up to all kinds of trouble.
And he's just kind of gonna shake his head, and he's like, "No, I've taught him a little bit about how to sell foodstuffs, and he's talked about making an inn back when. Now all he talks about is leaving this town. But I haven't seen him at all today."
Well, I guess we'll continue to unload this cart and just grumble about the state of affairs and everything going on and the way bandits make life difficult. And like I said, as a botanist myself, it would piss me off that they salted the earth, because you don't do that.
Yeah.
So we can just sit there and commiserate in our misery.
He's going to... also, this is a good time to remind you all that on the cart ride, we all did eat a ration along the way. So we are all back to full HP and MP. If you do not eat, then you will basically start the next fight wherever you left off on your previous fight. For helping him unload his cart, which he super appreciate, he basically gives you one potato, one tomato. He gives you everything that you would need for a nice little stew. He even sends you to the direction of one of these ramshack houses that he basically explains is kind of like the inn. It's got a nice little restaurant. They'll cook it up for you. And when you go in, they're very happy to do so. You get one stew ration.
Nice.
Yeah. So just remember to add that. So next time you get into a combat, afterwards you will need to be eating your stew. So next up I will say is just Al. And Al's going to come over to, he's going to go over to the woman who is running the shop. Um, she's running the weapon shop, but she's very clearly like very antsy. And even before he says anything, as he approaches, she's going to be like, "Excuse me, traveler, you haven't seen my art, have you? He and Bart are thick as thieves. I haven't seen either of them today." And he's she's going to be like, "The mayor rounded everyone up to look for Bart earlier, or at least as many people as he could. And I was looking around the riverbank and I found 2 sets of footprints headed upstream. Spokes have spotted bandits in those parts of late. I I turned around to tell the mayor, and he told me that it most likely wasn't the children. They wouldn't go towards the bandits. But I'm so worried. I haven't seen my son." And Al is going to ask, when was the last time that she saw Art? And she's going to say, "I haven't seen him since after supper yesterday. He normally wakes up before I do, so, and leaves the house, so that's not uncommon. But still, he never misses breakfast or lunch." And Al's just going to he's going to reassure her and tell her that everything is going to be fine. They're going to look for her son. And you all are going to start congregating back towards each other with the information that you have. One of you may or may not be holding a stew. Except...
Oh, I just chucked my stuff.
Oh, shit. Let me rewind for you. Zawarudo. That's not what it does, but still. As you guys are going, Faye, as you're approaching, did you want to approach the town square, or did you want to go look for those children that you heard about? Oh, she actually sent me a message on our Discord, and I didn't notice. Okay. So, while we wait for her, actually, all of you kind of go into the center of town. Oh, that's the wrong one. And you're all kind of waiting for Faye, who has gone off. Al is going to kind of look between the two of you and be like, "So, how long have you two known each other?"
I just met this most beautiful kitty girl. Muscle mommy, firecaster, flit, master of fire.
And you're going to see P kind of do like a little like throat gag kind of thing.
Say, I don't know. He reminds me of those damn Moogles, though, constantly following you around. Have you seen my Koopo nuts?
Oh. Hey, I got this cool ring. Do you want it? It gives you a +1 to magic defense checks. I traded it for the blacksmith at the blacksmith.
Are you offering it to her?
Yeah.
And P is gonna pipe up. She's like, "Don't take his ring. Boys always want to give rings to girls, and you know what happens after that? They lie and they cheat, and then they come home with whiskey on their breath and lipsticks on their neck."
No. We'll live happily ever after.
As much as I like that offer, no.
Whoa. Oh.
I don't want the strings. Sorry.
No strings. No strings.
Always strings.
No. It's
No.
See, he doesn't
kind
know.
of
He doesn't understand when a woman says no. He's no good.
Where? Yeah.
I go cry in the corner. Think to myself, what did I do wrong?
I was just gonna kind of like turn from the Lalafell. He feels bad for him, but at the same time, what can he do? And he's gonna kind of like size P up, and he's gonna be like, I don't know a lot of fairies, and I didn't even know Muggles were real until you just mentioned that you knew them. And he's gonna kind of point to the pixie, and he's like, "Do they all look like that?"
No, most definitely not. I would assume that P would get pissed off at the inference.
And yeah, she's just going to be like, "I'll have you know, I'm not even from here. I'm from a magical place." And he's just gonna kind of raise his brow, because of course he knows nothing about the reflections. But he's just going to be like, "I didn't mean to offend or anything. I just thought that, I don't know, I've never seen a fairy before." And she's like, "I am not a fairy. You sheep in wolf's clothing."
What are you?
"I am a pixie."
Ah, you're a very lovely pixie.
"Stupid boy."
Oh,
"Trying to butter up me so you can get to her. I know your type."
hey, Pete, I got this cool ring that. Never mind. Can 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 pixies even wear jewelry? Is it like would it be like a hula hoop?
That is a good question.
Would it
Um,
magic down to your size?
but on that note, Faye is back.
Hey, welcome back, Sakura.
Thank you, thank you.
uh,
Did you have fun in the town square?
I sure did. Met a little girl. She was so sweet.
Oh, so I got information that maybe he might have went to Limsa or Wineport, but the guy did not sound very sure about that.
real quick, Faye, what are your pronouns whenever you're in drag?
She, her.
Oh, you're not gonna offer her the ring too?
I haven't seen her cast any cool fire magic yet, so maybe not.
Oh, that's all it takes is a wee bit of fire magic.
Yeah, did you see that? She like opened her book up and it spit out fire. I've never seen anything like that. It was amazing.
And as everyone's kind of talking, Faye, you hear a noise coming from outside the village. It's a bird call, but you know particularly that
Ooh, I know what that could be.
it is not a native bird. It's a bird from Hingashi.
Ooh.
And you know immediately that that means that someone from your ninja clan is trying to reach you.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Everybody else is a little bit preoccupied talking if you wanted to slip away.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna back up real slowly and then slip real quickly.
Yeah.
So bomb.
Away. Go.
Yeah, as the pixie is kind of arguing with our resident black mage and everyone else is kind of watching and slightly entertained, you slip away outside the village unnoticed. When you get far enough away, in a poof of smoke appears a ninja clad in black with a white and green mask. And he's going to give you a small nod. "Sakura." He addresses you.
Oh. Oh, hey, why are you here?
He's gonna kind of raise a brow under his mask because you're very informal considering that they're all ninjas, but at the same time, you've always been a bit of an odd one, especially kind of raised by your master. or rather taught by your master. Your master was an eccentric ninja too, um, and the last that you heard, your master had actually gone to Doma to help fight Garlemald before it took over all of Doma, and pretty much all of Othard by that point. In fear of what would happen to Hingashi if they did not. But the ninja holds out a box for you to take. It's a pretty well-sized box. It doesn't fit in his hand quite well. He has to hold it with both hands. But he doesn't say anything. Just expecting you to take the box.
Oh man.
I mean, heck, how's it going? And then I look down at myself, full drag. I'm like, shit. I'd take the box. I guess I'd take the box from him and give a quick nod and yeah, I got it.
Okay. So he's going to nod. A very little is exchanged as he then throws down a smoke bomb and he disappears into the smoke, leaving you alone with the box that you have not yet opened, but you could tell almost immediately that he is gone. Giving you just this very ornate looking box, and that seemed to be all that he was here for.
Okay. So I guess what I would do is I would, first of all, take my heels off because it's been a day. And I'm gonna, there's a little stump over to the side. I'm gonna sit down and, I guess open the box and view its contents.
Okay. So what you find in the box first is a letter that you know to burn after reading, so you will do that. And it basically tells you that where you're standing right now, just a few hundred moms away, lies a secret ninja hideout. But it is not a Hingashi hideout, it's a Doman hideout. So it's telling you to beware, because you guys are actually very close to the ninja hideout, canonically, in 14. So you get a little bit of a warning that you might be being watched. Everybody might be being watched. But they obviously don't know their intentions or why they're here in Eorzea. But you also feel a very clear fake bottom to the box. And so as you pull it open, you see something that makes your heart drop. It's two fans. And they're very ornately pink. It looks very much kind of like in the same shade as your kimono, with very beautiful, vibrant yellow flowers, kind of engraved in gold. You know that these are your master's fan blades. They look like very large, very ornate fans. They're beautiful to dance with, but the fans are made out of metal. And by kind of bumping your palm up against the bottom, it extends these three blades out of it. While you've been trained with knives, you've watched your master use these as he, dressed as a female, made very beautiful movements in the battlefield. It would be very nice for a show, if you would like to incorporate into your routine. There also would be very wicked in combat, but the only reason why you would be getting these blades is if your master was dead.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say something bad must have happened to my master for me to receive these.
Yeah.
I guess I would sit there and in thought because I'm kind of shocked that I've received these because, like you said, this means my master's dead. So
Mhm.
I'm just gonna sit here a minute and take it all in.
And as you're doing that, um, the rest of the party is kind of talking, and um, you can kind of hear them from where you're sitting, and it kind of hits you that bad news like this doesn't happen on days where it's raining. It's bright, it's sunny, it's cheerful, and even as you found out that one of the most important people in your life is gone, it is a bright, beautiful, sunny day. The birds are chirping, and he's gone, but this child is missing. And there's something that you might be able to do about that. But as you're giving your moment to
Yes.
grieve, um, the rest are kind of talking over about what they found out. And Al's going to begin and go, so I found out from that woman over there, and he's going to point over to the weapons shop, and he's going to say that her son is missing too. Apparently, people went to go looking for them earlier, but they didn't find anything. But she did find footprints.
Yar, my guy knew nothing. I made him a cool ring though.
Hmm.
He said he might have went to Limsa or Wineport, but he didn't sound too sure.
And
And the person I talked to was mainly concerned about the document that disappeared as well as these children. So knowing that there's bandits around, knowing that the document's missing, knowing that there's 2 children are missing, I think we could probably do something about that.
and Al's going to nod. We just came from Limsa, and we didn't see them on the road. So either they're hiding, or they were killed by bandits. But if they were killed by bandits, we would have seen the bandits.
Mm-hmm.
So they either did go to Wineport, or more likely, it was that the they were the tracks in the mud that she was talking about.
Well, and I mean, also ninjas wouldn't leave those tracks around there, so we know it's not them. So it'd have to be the bandits or the kids.
Hmm. And then Al's gonna kind of look around, and he's gonna go, "Hey, where's that Hrothgar? Uh, late, late guy. Late. He very clearly does not know the etiquette for somebody in drag."
I'm a ma'am. Thank you.
Nine.
He's gonna perk up and turn around. And he's like, "Oh, right, sorry." And he's gonna look down at your bare feet, and he's just gonna look at the dirt, and he's like, "That's how you get ringworm."
Listen, I'd rather have ringworm than have blisters on my feet. Anyway, does anybody have a lighter?
I pulled out my palm and make a very little fireball.
No, thank you. I'm gonna put my ninja letter over it and it's gonna burn up. Okay, that's done. Anyways, what's going on, guys?
What was that?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. It's just a Dear John letter that I don't want to see ever again.
Al's just gonna kind of shake his head, and he's gonna be like, I've been to Hingashi. Well, Kugane. I heard that bird call.
Mm,
Oh, you did?
But
So you know the way. But yeah, it was something of importance that maybe I do need to tell you, but not around here where there's listening ears, if you know what I mean.
Al's just going to nod, but the Pixie P is just kind of clapping her hands. She's like, "Oh, what fun! What fun! What fun! Secrets and lies games." She's very excited over the prospect of all the drama that's kind of being included. Um, but also at the same time, she's going to fly over and she's going to grab Sakura's hands and she's going to kind of escort her over towards the shop that has some clothing. It's the armor shop, but they do seem to have also some clothing wares. And she's like, "We do have to get you some shoes, though. That is how you get Ringworm."
Oh, well, thank you, little P. I shall give it a look.
But now that you guys have gathered some information, and I'm going to say that, the gentleman, does give you some shoes. They're some okay traveler shoes. And he also doesn't charge you. Instead, he just asks for some information about the little Lalafell, like what does he like? What does he like wine? Would he prefer a date in Costa del Sol or Wineport? Those kinds of things. But afterwards, he gives you some shoes after you answer as honestly as you can.
Who's asking this?
The Rogadine who flirted with you.
Yeah.
The blacksmith?
The blacksmith.
Yeah, the blacksmith.
Oh.
So after that, did we want to go back to Thomas and let him know what we found?
I mean, we need to collect our payment from Thomas before we go do anything.
And Al's just kind of raise his hand, and he's going to be like, "Actually, the Maelstrom is paying us, not Thomas. So we would get payment when we get back to Limsa."
We got to get back home.
Yeah.
Should go find those children, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was about to
Bandits?
say. One moment. I have one more detour I need to take.
Okay.
I did get information from that little Lalafell. She said that there were children playing outside the village, and they may have some intel on our little Bart.
Now, the children playing outside the village, are they playing in the same direction as the footprints in the mud, or are they in a different direction?
That's a good question. I guess we can all go and look. As the party kind of goes with her kind of outside the village, you kind of make a little broad circle. And due to some conversations that you guys had whenever you were in the village, you know that there's only so many kids, and you kind of see them all playing. No one else is missing, apparently, besides Bart and, what the fuck was
Art.
his name? Yeah, wow. Bart and Art. So, as you kind of like approach the children, they're all just kind of sitting there, and then they stare up at you, and then they're just like, they're kind of excited to see adventurers. They don't see many of them in the village, but they're also very perplexed. P goes immediately to go play with the children, very much in her element, entertaining kids, using some simple magic tricks and stuff to let them have fun. One of the kids is kind of looking at between the Hrothgars and very confused. You know that there's no Hrothgars in the village, and they're just kind of like picking their nose, and they're like, "Why Why do you how why do you both look how come you both look why do you both look like girls but one of you is a boy?
Konnichiwa. Oh, darling, you're not old enough to know, but I'm a drag queen. Yeah, go to your local library and study that. Anyway,
I was just gonna nudge in. They don't have a library. I don't even think they have a hospital.
well, you'll know soon enough. Anyway, we have a few questions for you little darlings, if you don't mind.
And the oldest of the group, young here girl, but she sounds a little bit taller than the rest. She kind of stands up and she has her hands on her hips and she's like, "Yeah, what?"
Oh, oh,
No.
I see. Um, we're looking for some intel on our little buddy, the mayor's son Bart, and I think there was another little boy named Art that has gone missing, and we wondered if you had seen him lately.
And she's gonna shake her head. You notice that her hip is, right underneath her hand is a toy wooden sword. Um, it seems that she's very much sees herself as kind of like the brawler type, and she's like, "Nope. All of the adults went looking for went looking for Bart earlier, and I joined in too, but we didn't find nothing."
Well, you're just a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
um, um, what say you, others? Have you seen him?
And
I would look at I'd look at the little girl and say, "You seem like a really bright young lady, and you seem to know more than everybody else around here. Feed her ego a little bit." And be like, "I bet you know all the best hiding spots, and you know where people would go when they don't want to be found."
so I would say that normally you would need a roll for this, but I would say that she kind of shakes her head and she's like, "I already checked all the best hiding spaces, and he's not here. But I think Bart and Art might have gone out together because I haven't seen Art all day, even though Bart was the one we were all looking for."
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you're the mayor's kid.
um, so clearly they don't have much other information to give. And P was all happy with the fun and games, but even she's kind of being like, "Can we go back? That one won't stop picking his nose."
And he keeps trying to pick it at me.
Yeah.
It's like that little kid off of what was it, Wind Waker?
Oh yeah, with the snot
And
bubble
the
that chases you.
coming out.
Scariest encounter in video game history.
Oh yeah, I screamed.
I remember. Um,
You were there.
yeah. But yeah, the kids clearly don't know much else. Al's gonna just say, "Well, we know where the tracks are if we follow the stream, but we could also report to Thomas so we can at least let him know what we've discovered."
To Thomas, I vote.
I don't know who's the fastest. We could send one to Thomas, and the rest of us could set out and they could catch up.
It's definitely me. I have the longest legs.
I love that you never played this and your first instinct is to split the party. I love that. I love that for me.
That's why I'm going for the fastest, because hopefully they can catch up.
Okay. So actually, who does have the fastest base speed?
I would guess Ninja, because in the video game they do. They get to run faster.
I have a 6 speed. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think everybody else here does have 5, and I think you do have a thing that gives you +1 to movement. So you actually have 7.
Well, I might. I get I have Sprinter for some reason, which is funny.
You have
I
what
get a
now?
plus. I have sprinter, plus 3 squares with sprint,
Mm.
but she might still be faster.
Well, it's up to you.
He's
Uh,
like, you're splitting the party. I'm like, I'm just making a suggestion.
eh.
Split the party.
If you guys, if we
I
want to split
think
up, we split up. But who wants to go talk to him, and who wants to start following the tracks?
um I would vote. Oh man, this is hard for me. I I want to do what the muscle mommy wants, but I think we should stick together.
Okay.
Mommy.
Uh,
Should we? I don't know. Should we vote? How do we resolve this?
so there's two ways that we can do it. We can vote democratically, or we can roll, and whoever has the highest roll persuaded the party to whatever they want to do.
Ooh. I say roll.
All right. Go ahead and grab your d20.
Okay.
Now, here's where the part where I get to say that Big Kitty does have advantage on persuasion checks.
Oh, crud, yeah.
Is it a +1 or is it an advantage die?
It just says it's a challenge, +1 persuasion or ingratiate.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you get a +1. Yeah. Well, I got a 2. So.
What was
I got a 2 as well.
Whoa.
Wow.
What did Lupin want to do?
Yeah. What's our mysterious Dark Knight want to do?
Al wants to go report it to Thomas, so we can at least quell their fears while we go look for the child. Let them know everything that we've kind of learned about Art is also missing, and that we found that there were some footprints in the mud that we're going to be following.
And what does the ninja or what does Sakura want to do?
What did you roll?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. Hold on. Flick. A 1!
Wow, we're all getting low rolls. We're getting them out now. Yeah. But what do you
Wow.
want to do?
I'm investigative, so I'd probably want to follow the tracks, just see where they go.
So we're split.
Killer? Yeah. Who got the highest roll?
I
I don't know. What did
beat a 2.
What did Dark Knight get?
You have to beat a 3 because she gets
3.
+1. Yeah. I got 2. But I don't have any kind of like advantage. And then Faye got 1. Cherry got 3 with her +1. So you literally just have to get higher than a 3.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna the Lalafell. Everyone, hush! The Lalafell is speaking. Learn and listen.
So, but the only thing I said is we should stick together. I don't know what I want to where we're going. No, I said no. I said I want to go to Thomas. Let's go tell Thomas what's up.
Okay, so after he makes a compelling argument that we should stick together and we should just go tell Thomas, everyone in the party has a change of heart who disagreed, and now we're following him. Yay!
I'm just gonna glare after the little Lalafell.
Oh,
As my little pixie pea starts throwing things at him.
no. We gotta tell Thomas.
just marching down the road as the pixies just summoning pebbles to throw at your back.
Ow! Ow! Is it raining? What the hell?
But as you make your way back to Thomas, he's speaking with a group of villagers near his cart. A lot of these had either been in their huts or they had been still out looking that have just returned. And I'm gonna say that because it was kind of you get to tell him about what all information that we gathered. Thomas has this even look of greater concern and says, "You're certain the footprints were headed upstream? That's not good. recently, villagers have reported seeing bandits in that area. Could that be why he took the writ of development to negotiate with the bandits? Bart's always complained about this dead-end village and often talks about finding a way to leave to see the world, but he's in way over his head if he thinks a bunch of bandits will help him. We don't have anyone else we can turn to, adventurers. Can we rely on you to bring Bart home and make sure our writ hasn't fallen into the bandits' hands?
We can certainly try.
So Al's going to nod. I think everyone's kind of universally in agreement because we were going to go start the trial anyway. But an elderly woman kind of steps forward towards everyone, and she's going to say, "Oh, thank you, kindly adventurers. Here, take these cookies as a token of our thanks for your assistance. They're fresh out the oven and should keep your bellies full when you're looking for that lost camp." And she's going to give everyone in a party an acorn cookie.
Does that count as a ration?
Yep, the acorn cookie also, it grants a barrier of 1 HP to the user. This effect is removed when the user sleeps for a full cycle or at the end of the next encounter.
Say that again.
It grants a barrier of 1 HP to the user. This effect is removed when the user sleeps for a full cycle or at the end of the next encounter.
All right, let's head down to the river.
Before you guys go down to the river, did anybody want to do anything like buy rations, look at weapons, or do any shopping?
No, I can look at stuff on the way back.
Yeah, these children might be in peril.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you say that because Al actually does take a moment to go to the food store. And I went ahead and did a roll, and I managed to get it. He basically makes a compelling argument that they don't know where they don't know what they're gonna see when they get over to the children. So he manages to convince the gentleman who owns the food stall to give him 1 ration, which he's going to take with him, just in case he needs another ration going into the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, and normal rations don't do anything. So, well, they do the heal, but they don't give you any kind of buffs or debuffs. All right. So, let's see. Everyone begins to go towards the river. And Thomas is very quick to point out where the river is, as we kind of make our way out. As we're walking along the river, after a time, we catch sight of a fisherman standing on the opposite bank. Strangely, the hero seems to be more preoccupied with surveying the forest than with his line, nor is he dressed as you'd expect of a fisherman. The man is clad in ragged leather armor. Your adventure instinct tells you this is a bandit lookout in disguise. A few moments later, a group of 5 bandits emerge from the trees and begin speaking with the lookout. "Are the fish biting?" "No more than they were yesterday." "Shame that." "Come on then, we're heading into the woods for a bit of hunting." "But the captain is away, and we wager he won't be coming back anytime soon. He'll never know we were gone. Besides, with that village brat around, there's never enough to eat." Aye, and if those newcomers don't start pulling their weight, I'd say we feed them to the beasts. That big old buzzard the captain keeps will just eat about anything. The lookout shrugs and stows his rod and joins the other bandit as they turn and head deeper into the woods.
Oh, he said newcomers.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the bandits kind of trail off into the distance, and then, but that leaves the entrance to potentially their hideout exposed.
Hmm. Okay, so being a ninja, I'm pretty good at stealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, let me look.
You have an ability literally called Hidden that turns you invisible.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, okay, I can probably use this while under the effect of hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna use hidden to I guess peer into their encampment. I guess.
Okay. Let's see. So once the coast is clear and you've cast Hidden, you kind of go ahead of the rest of the party to kind of look. Um, you're walking along, and the ground underneath you is damp and muddy. Um, and you know that even though you're being soft and quiet, this is going to leave tracks that will be ideal for tracking. Um, but you eventually get to the mouth of the cave that's been kind of haphazardly concealed by a makeshift screen of reeds and grasses to hide from sight. Though the cave itself appears to be natural, you notice that the walls and ceilings have been reinforced to prevent cave-ins, and the grounds have been cleared to make for better footing. As you examine the entrance, the unpleasant stink of wild beasts wafts out from within. Um, if you wanted to kind of sit there and see if you hear anything, I need you to make me a mind check.
Well, that's a D20, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Is D20 plus
Um,
your mind.
I also get a +1 at night for my minor, but I don't know if that would count towards this.
It would not. It is not currently night. It
Okay.
is kind of like middle of the day. It's no longer morning.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
15.
Woo! Yay! We got the bad roll out early. Um, let's see. You hear a faint chorus of bestial growls and grunts deep from within the cave, though the adventurers are too far away to identify them. Um, and being kind of cautious, um, Al is going to move up with you. Uh, and he is going to check for traps. Where's my dice? Here's my dice. I rolled a 5. He does not notice any traps, but just because he failed his check does not mean that no one else cannot also look for traps. Everyone can look for traps if they want to.
What's that based on?
That is an intelligence check.
That's your realm, killer.
Really? What is the scholar's intelligence chat? Well,
4.
wow. I would just assume that mine would be like the highest stat for the scholars. Well,
Well,
wait, no.
mind is not
They're-
intelligent.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, is intelligence would be their highest thing.
Nah.
Oh.
That's the one thing I ran into running as a summoner is for summoner you wanted to stack intelligence, and for healing, you wanted to do mind.
Mm-hmm. Killer.
Oh,
Uh, did anybody? I mean, we can all roll for checking for traps.
okay.
It's actually in tabletop. It's a good thing for everybody to do.
Sure.
I got 17 plus 5. Hey, there's
Um,
traps everywhere, guys.
this so while Al is looking around and he can't see any traps, you know for a fact that there are no traps. They were kind of so sure from the brush and everything that they kind of laid down that they um, wouldn't be able to, that people wouldn't be able to find it, so they didn't trap the inside. Um, so we're gonna do two things now. The tunnel starts kind of enclosed and very claustrophobic. It's only one person. We're gonna have to essentially choose a marching order. One person kind of at the head, and one person kind of in the back, and then two in between. Also, the cave is well lit enough that we, as of right now, don't need to use them. Torches. In 14, there is a torch, but it's very expensive, but it also doesn't make very much sense in an adventurer setting why we would not already have torches. The torches in the tabletop are enchanted. You only need one. They light up on fire, and then they will go out whenever you need them to. But if you use a torch, you do lose all advantage to stealth. It's very hard to hide from a group of bandits in the darkness when you have a literal fire up against you. As of right now, we don't necessarily need it, but did anybody want to use their torch, which will always be in your inventory?
Well, you said it's well lit,
Mm.
so
Purely just if you wanted to.
I would venture to say for me, not right now. However, my pixie, being as tricksy as she can be, could she set a trap behind us as we went in to notify us if somebody came from behind?
Yes, I would say that she might be able to do that.
Okay.
This is kind of a game to her. She sees
Mhm.
all of this adventuring stuff as a game, so she may not always respond, but sorry, I'm just trying to move stuff around, get some of the clutter away. But yeah, and now we're gonna pick our marching order. Not that it's really going to come up, but to just get you guys kind of used to it. Obviously, of course, being the tank, Al is going to kind of naturally position himself in the front. So, I'll just put him here. Who wants to go second?
Oh, second. I'm sorry, my voice.
Yeah. Now I just want to say that even though Al kind of naturally puts himself to go first,
I was about to say I'm hidden, so
yeah, you can
shouldn't I
literally
go
turn
first?
invisible. Yeah, so if you want to, you can go first. Just let Al know because
Yeah.
he's not thinking about that.
Al, big boy. I think I should go first. I'm hidden, so if they saw me, it wouldn't make a difference.
He's just gonna kind of slowly nod. He didn't think about it, but that makes total sense. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put you next on the marching order. So you're gonna be
Nice.
first. Al's gonna be second. Who wants to be third?
Me.
Okay, we're gonna put you third and go ahead and pick up. Yeah, the board got picked up at the same time you put it down, so it kind of fell underneath it. My immersion. There you go. So there we go. So at least with the pixie being behind you, if we get any back attacks, uh, hopefully the pixie will at least alert you guys to something coming. Um, so you guys are kind of marching along this tunnel, and it seems to only get kind of tighter and tighter for a little bit. Luckily, though, for Killer being the size that he is, he's relatively fine, as everyone else is kind of having to like shift and turn. Um, and so Al kind of like takes a moment, and he's like, if there's beasts in here, then there has to be another entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of how tight the movement has become. But the tunnel eventually opens into a vast sunlit chamber. Aside from the natural skylight in the ceiling, the room has clearly seen a great deal of renovation. 6 pits have been dug into the cave floor, each covered with a metal grate. Within these enclosures, you discover the source of the stench that pervades the chamber. Dozens of captive beasts, which begin to growl and hiss when you draw near. A cursory examination reveals that 2 enclosures contain wild wolves, 2 contain wild boars, and 2 contain jungle squirrels. Chains run from each grate to a maze of cables and pulleys overhead, where a raised walkway runs along the walls in a ring around the room. On the far side of the chamber, you notice another tunnel leading deeper into the hideout.
What in the Silent Hill is going on in here?
It looks kind of like, and he's just kind of thinking for a moment. He's gonna be like, a tournament chamber.
Oh dear God.
I don't have the greatest feeling about this.
Same.
Um, let's see. Did anybody want to do anything while they're here?
Is it possible to examine the chains and pulleys?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead and start doing that if you want to.
Because to me, it would be somebody up top would open everything on the floor one at a time or them all.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a intelligence check.
A 20?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And 20 plus your intelligence.
11 plus 4, so 15.
Okay. So yeah, you do see that the grates are connected to an array of levers and cranks atop the raised walkway. Though these devices are likely used to raise and lower the grates, they appear to be inoperable at present. So it's just like you assumed. The person standing up top pulls the levers, which would then the open the grates, allowing the beast to come out. So um, it's very clearly like an arena of some sort. Does anybody want to interact with the beasts? Maybe go up to one?
Are you crazy? Let's see. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not.
Okay. So if we're all just gonna kind of ignore the monsters and walk on.
Well, now that you say it like that.
I mean, you already told us what's in there.
Yeah. You already know what's in there.
My concern is that we go poking at things, they make noise, and people come.
Exactly. Even though I'm hidden, they can probably still smell me, so I'm not going over there.
Well, darn. Okay.
I ruined your plan. Sorry.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, it might have ended with something bad. It might have ended with something good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen,
We just don't want to give anybody the opportunity to get to that top catwalk and
for
turn anything
real.
on.
For real.
Uh. All right, I'm gonna go ahead because I was trying to hint at something, so now I'm gonna dice roll instead.
Oh, well, shoot.
Let me see. All right. As you're all standing there looking at the animals, I need a roll from 1 to 3. 1 to 3. Stop giving me. Okay. Killer.
Yep.
You are staring at one of these animals. Will you be staring at a wolf, a squirrel, or a boar?
Wolf.
Wolf? Okay. As you're staring at this wolf, you feel this weird bubbly feeling inside of your brain. You can't really describe it, but it's like it really does feel like your brain is just kind of floating. And as you kind of reach up and like touch your forehead and kind of rub it, as you close your eyes, you feel this light. Um, and then when you look back up, you see that this wolf, which had once been glaring at you as if ready to devour like all the other animals, it's kind of backed off. It looks calm, nearly serene. You have gotten your first power of the echo. It is calm beasts. This ability can only be used once per campaign. And with that calm beast, this wolf will not attack you or your party.
Cool.
Yeah.
Echo. Does that mean I just used it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it won't work on every single beast, and usually after this, you will have to do an encounter. But you got one of Cryo's abilities through the Echo, the ability to calm beast. Yeah.
When you say I can only use it once per campaign.
Yep, you can only use it once per campaign. So basically once per mission. When we do the next quest, you'll be able to do it. Just because, there's only like so many monsters and shit per quest. I don't want you being like, oh, let's do a long rest, everybody. Yeah. So for next encounter, I have this shit. Yeah. That was the reason why I wanted one of you guys to go up to the cage, because if one of you had done it, then you would have gotten the power, but I had to roll for it instead. So, Killer, you're the first one to get the power of the Echo with Calm Beasts.
Well,
good job.
So that wolf, I'll have to make a note, will not be joining if there's a future fight. I don't know. Let's go find out. As you guys kind of go further in to the in through the tunnels, though this spot was fairly open, back on the other side, going deeper in, it goes back into that claustrophobic setting. The tunnel, but it feels much more open. A Rogodine could easily pass through here, but still, it still feels somewhat tight. But the tunnel leads to another chamber, this one cluttered with crates and barrels. Inside, 4 bandits crowd around a table playing some manner of card game. They don't appear to have noticed your intrusion. On the other side of the table, a Huron boy in rustic garb sweeps the floor. Eyes downcast, he seems to be on the verge of tears. A wild boar dozes on the ground nearby, secured to a post with a sturdy chain. Beside it, you spy yet another passageway leading deeper into the cave. Um, they do not appear to have noticed you yet, and the bandit just calmly says, "Aren't you done cleaning yet, Bart? The boy's still waiting for his dinner." And the boy that you now know as Bart says, "Sorry, sir. I'll see to it now." And as Bart walks off to tend to the boar, the bandit continue their conversation. Their hushed voices echo on the cave walls, allowing you to catch bits and pieces of what they're saying. Did you guys want to listen in, or did you want to try and do a sneak attack? Which is not to say that you can't do both, but did you want to try and get some information from them, or did you want to just rush in?
Yeah, we can listen in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. As you kind of listen in, you learn or get some confirmation on some of the facts that Bart did offer the captain the village's rate of development in order to join their ranks. But now you know that the captain is planning on taking this writ given by the government so he can basically make a village for bandits, kind of in between Wineport and Costa del Sol. And obviously, of course, this would be bad news for Brave Fox Longstop as well. Some of the bandits are kind of complaining about all of this extra work. They're going to have to go in and make a big declaration and put the villagers in line. They could have just used the beast to kill everyone in the village, but the boss was against it. But one of them is kind of like, well, at least once we move into the village, we can keep the beasts here. We won't be sleeping in all this stink. Other than that, the conversation starts to turn towards, to whores and whore sons, and not necessarily about anything worth tangible. From here, there's a couple of ideas. Using the link pearl in his ear, which we all have one, remember? Al is going to kind of whisper, and you can all hear it. He's like, okay, so do we do a surprise attack or sneak around? And P is going to kind of lighten up, even though she doesn't have a link pearl. She talks into your brains, which does not feel good. She's going to be like, oh, we could talk to them.
We could give them a show. No, we could talk to them.
I think we helped them create their village.
What?
What?
What? No.
Oh. Yeah.
Told you, Lalas are evil.
Al's just going to be like, do you really think that they're going to be fine with the just us talking to them in the middle of their hideout?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, what we could do is we could ask P if she wanted to go play some tricks on them. And they've never seen a pixie. So they'd try to catch her, which would probably be not a great idea.
Use P as a distraction, and then we can gain an advantage. I'm for this idea.
Or we could just try to sneak by since Bart ran off to try and get food for the boar.
There's 2 kids we need to rescue, right?
I don't know. You still got to find where the other kid is because you can't just take off with one.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only tasked with rescuing the mayor's son.
Oh my goodness.
I guess that other person's.
Are we really rules lawyering with a child's life?
Lalas are
Just
evil.
putting options out there.
Evil.
Stupid evil boy. Um, so I think that we're probably in agreement. Do we want to do a sneak attack or do we want to try and sneak by?
I vote sneak attack.
Okay, yeah, let's do a sneak attack.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. I need everybody to give me a dex check. So roll your
Oh boy.
d20s.
See.
Really? Are we fucking for real? Are we fucking for real? Are we
I
Yes.
got
fucking?
10.
You got
I
10?
got a 15.
I got a
And
14
my dexterity is only a 1,
with
so 16.
with the 5.
Cool.
A
I'm glad
14
everybody
plus
succeeded that
5.
except for me. Great. Awesome. Wow, Sugoi. Um.
Basically.
Okay. So I need to set the stage. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I got everything set up and ready now on my end. Um. So, I will say, normally, Dark Knight Owl will be going first, unless somebody else wanted to go first. If there's any objections?
Nope. You're good.
No? Okay. Okay, and as I said, unfortunately, he did not, do the dexterity check, so he will not be going, first. He will not be moving in this kind of sneak attack, surprise encounter bit. So who wants to go second? They will be going first this player turn.
Does my AoE hit friendlies?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Is that you wanting to go first?
Well, it doesn't matter if it don't hit friendlies. I'll go second.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and use your ability.
Oh. I'll cast fire. I think I hit them all. Fire 2. Is that really 5 by 5?
So it does have to fit firmly into the square. I can't just do like half a square. So, you would be able to hit every but one of the marauders, basically.
Alright. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So
Go.
I need a D20
Yep.
roll. I got a natural 20.
So with a natural 20, how many dice do you get to roll to do damage?
It says I roll. It says it does 3 damage to everyone in the thing, and then I get an additional 1d6 for a direct hit.
You actually get to do 2d6 because natural 20s on that roll is a critical hit.
2, 6, roll. 11.
You do 11 damage to every enemy. Okay, so
And
let me...
plus the 3.
11 plus 3, so that's 14. Great start.
And then that activates my astral fire. Do I okay, so I get to do another spell. I'll do Thunder 2 to all those guys. Same guys. So they all have dot 3. And then I will, since I haven't moved, I get the focus, which means I can do another secondary. Actually, I'll wait. No, no. I'll do transpose. So I'm in ice, and then I'll do a blizzard 2, which does 3 damage. Uh, and I rolled a 6, so no direct hit, unless they all have. Wait, actually, 6 plus
Um,
5, 11. Does anyone have 11?
no, unfortunately, that does not break through their magical
Magic
defense.
defense. Okay.
Base
So
damage
it's
only.
yeah. So 3 damage more to everybody.
3 damage.
That gives me all my magic back.
I
That's
just want
it.
to say that crit did a lot to these guys. They're still kind of surprised, and before this they had not noticed you. However, as you throw your fire out, that you only then realize that they were playing a rousing game of triple triad, and if you had managed to kill them in a less fiery way, you might have been able to check their triple triad cards. Unfortunately, however, you have chosen the fire, and the triple triad cards that have been on the table before them go up in flames.
Oh,
Duh.
I'm sorry.
yeah. So sad.
Who wants to go next?
I can go.
Okay. And remember that you are hidden, which allows you to do your sneak attack your first turn, which also gives you I believe gives you an advantage die on the first turn.
Let's see.
Sorry, trick attack.
Yeah. Trick attack condition under yeah. 1 square deals 2d6 damage to the target and grants 1 advantage die to your next ability check.
Oh, my bad. So yeah, you would do trick attack, and then you get advantage die on whatever ability you use next because you use trick attack.
Okay, so 2d6s is my damage. So let me roll 2d6s.
Okay, and I'm assuming you're attacking. So also, I forgot to mention, you can attack diagonally. You can move and attack diagonally.
Ooh.
So standing here, if you wanted to attack the lancer, you could, or you could attack the boar. Up to you.
I'm gonna attack the boar because I freaking hate him.
Okay. I hate his stupid face. Please die.
Get out of here.
Ooh, I forgot
Freaking
to.
standing in the road all the time. 2 and 3. 5.
Okay. And you did roll for its physical defense, right? To break through its physical defense?
Did not.
Do you need to? Hold on. Sorry.
I was like, wait, where's that at?
Nope. 2d 6
2d2,
damage to the
yeah.
target. Yep.
I mean 2d6.
You're doing it right.
Okay.
And you got a 6 and a 5.
No, I got a 6 and a 5.
Oh wait, are these not your dice? Where are your dice at?
No, I'm 3 and a 2.
Oh, my bad. Teehee. Okay. Give me just 1 second. I do apologize. I just realized I forgot to apply the boar's damage. When I was doing the thing. So my apologies. Give me 1 second. How much damage did Killer do his turn?
11 plus 3.
11 plus 3. So 14. So the boar would take 14 damage.
And then another plus 3.
What?
Because the ice. I did a fire 2 that crit, and then I did a blizzard 2.
Okay, so 17 damage total, and you did apply a dot to it. That does 3 damage per turn. So there we go. Um now, okay, and to this boar you also did the 2 plus 3. So that's 5. So that's, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, now I'm all caught up. And your trick attack damage has been applied. Now you get to do the rest of your abilities.
Okay. That was just an instant ability, so I can still do a primary, right?
Mm-hmm. You can still do a primary and a secondary.
Okay, I want to do. I still have mudra, so I want to do ninjutsu. Um, let's see. Let me read. For the ability grants and oh, okay. I don't have to roll anything for ninjutsu because it. Wait, it automatically deals 10 damage to the target, right?
Yep.
Okay, I want to do that to the boar.
Okay. And if you look over here, it says your MP. That is your mudra points. Make sure that you
Mm-hmm.
take that down by 1.
So I got one left.
Yep. And you said that you do that to the boar
Mm-hmm.
for sick 10. All right. And now, if you wanted to, you can do a secondary ability.
Okay, cool. I will do. Let's. Oop, oop, oop. I will do a leg sweep on the Lancer.
On
So,
Lancer, this Lancer right here.
yeah, the one nearest me. Yeah.
Okay, so that will put it in. So, actually, I'm going to let you know. This is a surprise. So, I did make a mistake. It's going to be basically player phase. Then enemies don't get a phase. The enemies don't get a turn. And then it's going to be the hots and the
Ah,
dots. So, if you use your leg sweep right now, you're essentially going to be wasting it.
okay, that makes sense since we did a surprise attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mug would be a waste too, right?
What does Mug do again?
It increases the damage of the target takes from abilities by 1 until there's like some there's a typo here. It says until the start of your next turn.
uh,
But that just increases the damage the target takes.
Actually, we need to remember
Okay.
that from now on because you're going to want to use Mug before anybody else
Yeah.
does their turn. So you're actually going to go
Exactly.
first.
So yeah, let me do Mug because that's gonna help the next person.
Um, so I would say to actually save it.
Oh, okay, save it as well.
Yeah, save it until next turn. Um, because technically Al hasn't gone yet. So I'll say Al will go after you, just so that way there's 2 people who can take advantage of it.
Okay, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. And then just from here on out, just remember it might be advantageous for you to actually run ahead in battle, which is the opposite of what you want to do in 14.
I was supposed to say, oh, okay. But since I have that, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I do Ritual Weave to gain back my Mudra?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, so that is your first and your secondary ability. And don't forget that on your next turn, if you don't move, you can focus, which lets you do 2 secondary abilities.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anything else on your turn?
Nope, I'm squared away.
All right. Um, Cheery Berry, it's your turn.
um. I'm struggling because I'm like, I want to cast something on the tank, but the tank hasn't done anything yet. And the whole next turn is another player turn.
Yep.
So
You can go for raw damage.
I can. I could do my fireball move again.
Mm-hmm.
I could absolutely do that. It says flame cast focus costs 2 MP. It's worth 10 squares. I have to do an intelligence check. And says D20 against target magic defense, and then 2 damage direct hit is a plus 1d6.
Yep. Uh-huh. So you're gonna go on ahead and you're gonna roll a d20.
14.
14. So we don't need to add your intelligence to the check because that. I just noticed the wild boar has an intelligence of -3.
Ah,
So you will not be needing to add your intelligence to the check because you'll not be needing to add anything to the check because you did beat their magical defense. So now we're going to go based off of the damage that it says. So that was based out of what now?
it says the intelligence check against their magic defense. It says 2 damage. A direct hit is plus 1d6.
Yep. So go ahead and roll a 1d6 for me.
3.
3. Okay, so you're going to be adding that 3 to the base damage for a total of
5. Because it's
5.
2 damage. Direct hit is the 3.
Okay. And who were you attacking again?
Well, it's fireball, so it hits the 5 like him, right?
Oh, right. 1, 2, 3.
Uh,
So this is the size of your fire. Get off.
my fire and my fire 2 are different things.
It kind of works like the fire 2. It's an AoE.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is kind of it. You can either hit some of them, you can hit all but one of them. Basically, you can't do halfsies.
Let's hit the same targets he hit, and let's leave the Marauder X alone.
Let's leave the Marauder X alone. All right, we can do that. So, and you said it was 5 damage total.
Yeah, it says 2 damage, and then the direct hit makes it 5.
Okay.
I'm a healer. I don't hurt for much.
Yo, you did pretty good in this attack before they even really got a turn. You've done a lot.
And that costs me 2, so this goes 3.
3. All right. So that. Did you have anything else that you wanted to do? Any instant ability or?
You said there's gonna be another round of us. Since it was
Yeah.
a surprise.
They're gonna get hit by by the dot, and then it's gonna be player phase again. Well, player turn.
Well, if we're gonna do dot, then I'll do bio 2 against the boar.
Against the boar. Do you need to roll for that? Nope. Okay. All right. So the boar has another dot on it, so it is going to be taking 3 damage on the dot phase. Okay. Do you have anything else you can use?
No, I'm gonna leave that.
Okay. All right. So, everybody else kind of gets a sneak attack except for Al. Um, and you all basically swoop in and immediately just start destroying. With a barrage of fire kind of taking them surprise, they don't even notice as the ninja comes in and with her new fan blades immediately starts moving very beautifully throughout around the field. And with a glamour that has been inlaid into the blades as she's kind of swinging them around. Sakura petals are kind of falling and flowing with her movements. It is very
Mm.
beautiful and very
Oh, that's
visceral
legend.
as the blades slide through flesh. Um, and while they're still stunned between the black mage and the ninja, they get hit with even more fire. Um, and one of them even being poisoned. Now, here's the part where I have to point out that the boar has been poisoned, which means that no rations can be claimed. You cannot eat its meat.
Okay.
Let's see. Now we're gonna move on to the dot phase. So, the boar is on its last leg. It's been absolutely devastated by the attacks, um, especially by the ninja, who seems to have a great disdain for the boars. Um, and even the lancers are barely hanging on. You guys have done a lot of great work. The only one who has not taken any damage so far is the marauder with the axe. Which, speaking of, we now begin the next phase. I will be going after the ninja. So it is your turn again, Killer.
Sweet. All right.
We get a point of MP back, right?
If it says you get a point of
Should-
MP, yes.
Yeah, you should get 2, right?
I'd have to look.
This should say at the bottom of your guy.
The bottom of my guy.
Where's your
This.
Where is your
skill?
card?
I got these.
You know that little card that you got that's like,
Should have your stats.
I've got my stats right here. Oh yeah, there you go. This is 2 at the end of adventure step. Okay.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
right here on this as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it.
That's I just wanted to make sure because then I have to adjust it.
Yep. Killer, your go.
I go. Let's see. I'm under astral umbral ice. I will transpose to fire. And then I guess I'll fire to everybody again.
Okay, do you want to do the same people as before? Ignoring Marauder X?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Give me your D20 roll.
18 plus 5.
That's unreal.
So, and then I get a 1d6.
I
Color
was
me impressed.
I was waiting for you to be like, 20. I'd be like, okay, well, they're dead. You don't need to roll, but no. So you have broken through their magical defense. Go ahead and give me your extra rolls for the damage.
I got a 4.
4 plus your base of, what was it?
3.
3. Okay. So with that, the Lancers, and the Boar all go down.
Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust.
4 plus 3 is 7. So 2. Oh, right. Yep. So minus 7 equals 16. I love how it's like I can do basic math, but then the moment that I'm doing all of this, it's out the window.
Right?
So yeah, in one fell swoop, before they've even gotten to do much of anything, you've pretty much taken out most of the crew here. So that just leaves there we go. And now you've got the rest of your turn.
Cool. I did a fire 2. I will put a thunder 1 on this guy.
Alright, so the magic kind of goes out and you hit him with the fire. Well, sorry, with the lightning. So he is now taking lightning damage.
And because it's a single thunder, he gets 2 damage. And the dot.
Oh, he gets 2 damage and the dot. Okay, so we're going to take away. There we go. Alright.
And then I will do a blizzard 1.
Okay, and here you cast some Blizzard 1 on.
The guy that this guy.
This guy hasn't taken much damage at all. Okay, go ahead and roll that d20 for me.
20.
Unless it does base damage, I don't really know.
It only a 4. So it does 3 damage.
Does 3 damage. Okay, and well, there we go. A little bit at a time makes for a dead bandit. Alright, and anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Faye, it is your turn again.
Alrighty. So, let's see here. We will do. Oh,
Sorry. I get.
no, you're good.
I got a. Because I did that fire 2 when I was under fire, I get an extra 1d6.
An extra 1d6.
Yeah, another 4.
Okay.
That was just on. That was on this group over here. So this C guy gets another 4 as a result.
I will let Faye decide if she wants to let that count or not, since it's technically now her turn. We kind of moved on.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So how much damage did you say this guy took?
4 more. That's all.
He took 4 extra damage?
Yeah, the C.
Alright. Okay, and remember that if you want me to explain what the enemies look like or whatever, let me know. But Faye, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Going over to this guy here. Yeah,
Okay.
for real. Ninjutsu once more
Okay.
on the O Marauder.
You're going to be using Fuma Shuriken.
Yeah.
Okay, and that does do a base attack of 10. So I will say, You probably would want to use Mug on the other guy because this guy is basically dead. As you use Fumo Shuriken, you kind of like throw this massive shuriken at him. It sticks into his gut. He's pretty much on his last leg. He is about to die. Um, if you want to use Mug on him, you can, but for some reason it doesn't do damage, even though it does in game. So any other attacks will kind of be wasted. Pretty much with base damage, he'll be going down.
Alright. I don't want to use Mug on him, so I'll use it on the X dude.
Okay. And you do have to be standing next to him, so...
Yep.
If you have the movement for it.
I do. I have 6,
Wonderful.
so I only did 3 a while ago.
Let's see. Mug. Increases the damage target takes from abilities by 1 until the start of your next turn. Once per phase. Alright. So you will... He will be taking +1 damage to all of his attacks. Can you do anything else? You did move, so you can't focus.
Right. So no, I can't do anything else.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you end your turn?
Yep. And my turn.
Okay. So, Dark Knight. I'm gonna have to actually look at my thing now to remember what the fuck I actually do. Unmanned. Okay, that does not give me enmity. A 3x3 adjacent to this character. Okay, alright. You guys are just gonna have to trust me.
Yeah.
As I completely ignore Bandit Marauder C, who has 2 HP. But Al is just gonna say, leave him alone for now. Target this guy. And he is going to start with Flood of Darkness. Let's see, that takes 2 MP. And deals 2 damage to all targets. And grants Dark Side. Wait. Fuck. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna reverse that. Well, wait, no, can I do that? Or was I? I was right here. So 1, 2. Can he do that from here? My apologies. Range is 5 squares. So he does have to be blind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, the ninja's on the way. God damn it. Oh well. I will just have to remember that for next time. Let's see. So, I'm going to go ahead and use... I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go ahead and use... That's... Flood of Darkness. So, deals 2 damage to the target and grants Dark Side. So, we're going to go ahead and hit him for 2. 8. And then I get access to Dark Side. And with the power of Dark Side... while under the effect of Dark Side, you may spend 2 MP when you score a direct hit on an enemy with a single target ability to treat any roll of 1, 2, or 3 as if it were a 0, and any roll of 4, 5, or 6 as if it were a 10. So I'm going to start with my Dark Knight combo, /, and we are going to grab my... I've done nothing but low rolls this whole game, so here's hoping. I did a 3. Cool. Awesome.
Aw.
Very good. So no, I just do the base damage to him, which is 4. Oh wait, no. No. It's 2. Wah, wah. So 6, and then it also restores 1 MP. And then we're going to do the other half of his shmoo. Welp. I rolled it off into the ether.
Mhm.
A 2. Cool. Great. Wow. So happy for me. I need to find that other blue dice. I need to start using the other dice because this one is giving me nothing. So I just do the basic damage of 2, 3, 4, and then let's see. I gain 2 HP back. I have not done I have not gotten any damage, but I do get 1 MP back. I spent 2, so I go down to 4. And I did move, so I don't have focus. And that will end my turn.
I want to swift cast a blizzard at Sea Guy.
Sea Guy. What does Blizzard do? How much damage does it do base?
3.
3? Okay, did you want to roll for it, or did you want to...
Rolled an 8.
Okay. That doesn't break through its magical defense, but you still kill it. How do you kill it with Blizzard? What does that look like?
Little ice ball goes right in the ear.
Ow.
Go right in
You-
the ear?
Like a
You
snowball
like-
with a rock on it, hits you right in the ear.
You like things entering bodies.
Every hole I can get.
Wow. Oh my god. In an awkward way, I've learned more about your relationship.
Oh no.
No. No, okay. Let's see. So with that, the ice stone goes into his ear, and you, it throttles all the way into the brain. For a moment, it just stands there. This bandit, he stands, and then you just see some blood start to trickle down from his ear, and then he just kind of slumps over onto his knees, and then finally falls the rest of the way. And with that, he is also dead. And with that, it is now Big Kitty's turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one thing to hit anymore.
Yeah. Also, once more, I did forgo putting any kind of shield on myself to just focus on raw damage, as a Dark Knight wants to do.
How is the damage looking on this Marauder?
He's... Well, he looks very upset because everything else died before it could even get a chance to fight back.
He's got a big what the fuck.
Yeah, no, especially because that one just went down in the most unhinged way possible.
Nah, the coral had it worse.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't know about the coral. If he knew about the fire hole to the anus, he would probably be like, oh, 1 fear. But... or at least 2 fears. But, no, he's pretty much standing pretty confidently. He's gotten some singes, and he's gotten some damage. He's gotten some damage from the flurry of knives from the ninja, but he pretty much blocked everything that our Dark Knight threw at him.
Okay. Then do I have to do a primary ability first, or can I go secondary first?
You can do it in any order. You can just
Okay.
do only one of each. Unless you
Yeah.
don't move, in which case you can do two.
Oh, I'm not fucking moving. But
I'm in this lazy boy and nothing's gonna get me out.
nope. If I don't have to move, I'm not moving. Afterlife. All right. So I'm gonna start off with a bio 2.
Okay, so you apply a 3 dot to
It says
him.
deal 1 damage and inflicted .3.
Oh. Okay.
And then I'm going to do repose, which I have to do a mind check. It says D20 plus 5.
Okay, so you do have to break his barrier. His magic defense.
Oh, fuck. I rolled a 4, so 9.
9. That does not break his barrier, his magic defense.
It says direct hit removes all markers generated by the target. Base effect inflicts sleep. So you get to sleep them. And if you break the thing, then you remove all the markers.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, you do. You put him to sleep. He will not be moving on the enemy turn this turn.
Okay. And then, so that's 1, 2, 3.
God, we are fucking rocking this shit.
I will do lucid dreaming and swift cast.
Okay. So you do lucid dreaming, swift cast. So swift cast is only available whenever a character ends their turn. So you ended your turn and went immediately to swift cast. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What are you gonna do?
Well, that gave me my 1 back, so that puts me at 2. I would do ruin, which will bring me down to the end, and then I'll be done.
You will do ruin, which. All right. Go ahead and give me a d20.
12.
12.
Is that plus your 5?
It says base damage is 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a.
Whenever you roll, did you get a flat 12, or is that including your
No,
plus
that's
5?
I just rolled a 12. I didn't add anything to it.
Okay. All right. So 12 plus that 5, with the 12 by itself does not break its magical defense, but because you get the plus 5 with your mind, it does break through its magical defense. So that was the reason why why we were kind of asking. So you managed to break through, which means you get to do a
D6.
Yep. You get to do an additional 1d6.
It's a 1.
Well, 3 damage isn't nothing to sneeze at.
Alright, and then that's the end of everybody's turn, so that'll bring me back up to 3.
Okay, and so yeah, it is in 14 normally. Hitting them does put them to sleep. But I'm going to say for this time,
Do it. Oh, do it.
We're gonna ignore that. So it does sleep through its turn. It does not get its attack. And then it does, however, get startled awake by being
the lightning
and the poison. So it takes 6 damage total, bringing its health down to... there we go. Alright, so now it is back on the player turn. Which means it is Killer's turn.
Oh,
Get him.
okay. Um, transpose. So I'm in fire, astral fire. I will do a fire. So 3 damage. I rolled a 2, so just 3 damage. Oh, plus a d6 because I'm in fire.
It does
So,
3 damage?
It does base 3, and then when I'm under astral fire, I get an extra d6. And I rolled a 4, so 7. It'll be.
What in the actual hell was that?
That was our friend Hildebrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just came in to fuck with us.
And then,
Hey.
what'd I say? 7? 7 damage. Bang. Take that through.
What did you roll for its against its magical defense?
I only rolled a 2.
2? Yeah, so you didn't do any damage with it. But you said in total your attacks did 7 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I get to do another fire. Roll 3. Roll 4. Another 7.
For another 7. Holy shit. Okay.
All I gotta say is we're making an awful lot of noise.
Yeah, right.
Okay, with everything combined, with all of the fires that you are spitting out, you do a great deal of damage to it, but it still is managing to stand. The bandit is, however, fortunately for us, has not been basically given the chance to scream for help.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I also wait. No. Wait. No, never mind. I did yeah. Okay.
Did you have something else?
No, I'm done.
Okay, alright. Faye, it is your turn.
Alrighty then. Let's see. I'm just gonna do a Fumo Shuriken again.
Mm-hmm.
And hit him.
Okay.
And take damage of 10.
Alright, so with that, the Marauder is down. Do you want to describe how you take him down with the Fuma Shuriken?
Sure. Yeah, so I guess with my new fan blades, do a little spin and slice his throat.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to say if you want to, in place of summoning a giant shuriken that you throw at your enemies, you instead throw your fan blade and it comes back to you. So leaving a trail of cherry blossoms, it slashes through. You mind if I pizzazz it up a little bit?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that as you kind of jump backwards, you do kind of like a spin, and then you throw the Fuma Shuriken at the end of your spin. But instead of throwing a giant shuriken, you instead throw your giant fan that will come back to you. As it's swinging through the air, it leaves Sakura petals, kind of leading up to the enemy, and then um, he kind of gets this look of horror, and then the next thing he knows, he's seeing the ground as he tumbles, as you completely cut his head from his body.
Nice.
And then elegantly catch the blade, you catch the fan, and sling the blood off of it and fold it back gently, in a crescendo of cherry blossoms and the strumming of a acoustic instrument. It's very, very fancy, very flashy and showy, and but luckily with that last enemy in the location, there is nobody to hear or see it.
Nice.
Yes. But just like your master, the cherry blossoms will become a calling card of sorts. People will know where you've been, who you've killed through it, even if in this
Oh.
land they do not know what it means.
That's cool.
And with that, the encounter is over. Um, you can let's see. We cannot cut off anything from the boar. And it is kind of late, so we'll be calling it soon because I'm pretty sure you guys want to go about your day. But before we begin, does anybody want to look around the area before, so that way, in case we don't forget to do that next time?
Yes.
Sure. We can have a look. See. There may be rations.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get to loot the corpses?
You can try and loot the corpses, but for the most part, anything they would be having on them would have been damaged by firestorms.
Fair.
Let's see. But if you guys want to check like crates, things like that, go ahead and give things a look. Also, while we're doing this, my Dark Knight is going to, after basically doing nothing in that whole fucking encounter, really, he is going to go ahead and eat his cookie, which will give him a barrier of 1 for the next fight. And also refill him up, as it is a ration.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't forget, you all need to eat.
Mm. I will check out these the upper right hand quadrant sacks and crates.
Okay, let's see.
Since these should have been safe from the fire.
Yes. Everything else pretty much is fine. It was just the firebolt did destroy the triple triad cards. So the crates and everything else managed to survive the flames. So I want you to roll me a 1d20, please.
1d20. Well, 7.
7. Okay, as you kind of search through the crates, you do see some rope. You see some stuff that looks like it might be used for the taming of beasts, including things like whips, other such things. But there's pretty good long length of rope. If you wanted to take it with you, you can. Or you could completely disregard it, but there's no like food items in those crates, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm going to say P is going to giggle as she looks at the whips and says that, I would have a great use for them later. Or maybe my buddy, the crossdresser friend over there, the drag queen might.
Yeah.
Just going, hey, come look over here. But I will absolutely take the rope.
Okay. All right. They can always be useful later. Anybody else want to search?
Yeah, I want to search these barrels over here.
All right, go ahead and roll me a 1d20.
All right. 4.
Okay. So as you begin opening the crates, what you find in it mostly is brine. Um, Whatever was preserved in here is unfortunately no longer here. It's just for preservation, but everything has been eaten or gone. You do find a crate that's full of salt, which usually is used for salting meats. But as your hands dig through the salts, you don't find anything edible.
Mm.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, Killer, did you want to look up anything?
Sure, I'll check my area.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that you kind of check this area here. We'll go ahead and roll me a 1d20.
Roll 17.
17.
Nice.
Okay, so as you're kind of checking these jars and this over here, you find a lot of as you check over here into these pails, you do find a lot of grains, some wheat and some some like rice and other such things. And then as you come over here to the jar, you will find some it's not a delicacy everyone likes, but you do find some squid jerky, some fermented fish, a lot of stuff that you would expect from living so close to the ocean and around so many rivers. Um, with that, you have enough to make a ration, but you would need to cook it. Every adventurer does have a wok or something on them that they can cook with, but obviously right now it wouldn't be the best idea to sit, unless you wanted to sit in a bell surrounded by dead, scorched bodies to cook.
I'll hold on to it.
And with that, I was gonna check these sacks over here, and oh my god, I'm gonna have to find that other set of dice. This is gonna drive me fucking crazy. So Al, whenever he opens it up, he just finds a bunch of Yashi greens, and some stinky goblin cheese, probably stolen from the gobbies around. But he very quickly kind of just pushes the sack away, not liking the smell. And then he kind of takes another sniff of it, and then he's kind of disgusted that he kind of likes it with his lupin nose. The bad smell is good smell. And with that, this place has pretty much been thoroughly searched. Only one person, well, three people found something of interest with the whips, the rope, and the ration materials. Did we? It is 2 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock face time. I understand if we want to end it here. Totally understand that. If everyone wanted to keep going, we can too. I don't have anywhere to be. But I also understand if you guys need to kind of go about your day or take a break or whatever.
I think 2's a good stop time.
Yeah, we can call it here.
Okay. I'm going to go on ahead and... How do I save again? I'm going to save... We're going to overwrite this save. There we go. Alright. So... How are you guys in... I saved it all. There we go. How are you guys enjoying the game so far?
I like it.
Yeah, I'm learning.
I love my new fans.
Good, I was hoping you would enjoy them.
Yeah.
I don't know where that other blue dice went to. This is gonna drive me crazy. Oh, there are my dice! 1. Oh my god. Actually, how did you enlarge your dice, Killer?
Scale.
Yeah, you can like right click it and do scale up.
I click it. Oh,
Yep.
oh my
I increased
god.
mine. Just helps you keep a good eye on them too.
I'm gonna have to remember that. So again, is everybody okay, comfortable with their characters or classes? Do they want to change anything, proclaim anything?
I'm good.
Good.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Neat.
Okay, perfect. Um, well, if no one has anything else that they want to mention or bring up, did you guys want to eat to bring your stats up?
Yeah, since
Yeah.
this is not over, it would make sense to use the acorn cookie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to remember to set your HP back to its maximum, your MP back to its maximum, and give yourself a barrier of 1 HP.
All right.
How often? You said we have to eat.
You have to eat after every encounter to regain your stats back.
I'm gonna be stingy. I'm not gonna eat and leave myself at 1 MP.
There, okay. Just remember that going into the next fight, you'll only be starting with 1 MP.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I get my swift cast back though, right?
Yeah. Actually, no. No. Sorry. No, you start exactly where you are right now. So if you, um, actually, no, that's kind of mean. I'll say yes. You get like swift casts and stuff back. Um. Also, it did not happen this play. But I'm going to be adding something just to kind of spice up combat a little bit because you guys rip and tear. Um, because just like in Final Fantasy XIV, Ninja Black Mage OP, please nerf. Um, if the tank, aka Al, is ever hit with double dice, or is hit with a natural 20, he will be knocked prone, which means that for the rest of that turn, the enemies basically lose enmity, which means that they can then attack everyone else without a penalty.
Oh, great. That means I die.
Um, and every enemy that is already gone gets kind of a resurgence. They get to go again.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
Because we are, as you guys just saw, we just took down a huge group without them ever even getting to move.
Right.
So
Killer got lucky, and I put their ass to the last one standing to sleep. I'm like, nope.
oh yeah, no. We got really lucky, and I've seen the opposite. I've seen somebody's video where they were doing a fate, and literally no one could hit the big guy for full damage, and it was like 60 HP, and they were like doing 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. So obviously, of course, I'm the DM. I'll go soft every now and then, but I mean, if somebody dies along the way, then that just happens sometimes. No. Which, speaking of, how do we want to handle total party wipes?
Oh. I don't know. It's like my first game ever. I say we be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the beginning of the encounter or something like that.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Um. So, if it ever does happen, I
Party
will
wipe.
explain how we kind of go back to the beginning.
Now, hardcore.
So it turns out that was just, feeding into our brains so that this is what's going to happen if you do this.
Yeah, totally. I just want to.
Yes.
I want to make sure that you guys like. I don't want to be, especially because it's like two of y'all's first time. I don't want to be the DM that's like, oh, this enemy hit you for like 6 damage, and also they cut your hand off. But at the same time, stuff like player wipes, they do happen, and so it's a good idea to like talk to the players and just be like, hey, what do you want to do if that happens?
Yeah, for now, I'd say please be kind.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I mean, if this goes on for a while, then we can talk about maybe doing the whole replace a character type thing, start from scratch.
Yeah. Also, I want to remind you guys that Fantasias do exist in this world. If whatever time you're like, I'm kind of tired of being a Lullafellow, or I'm kind of sick and tired of being a Hrothgar or whatever, Hrothgar or Hrothgal, Fantasias are an option. But let's see. There was something else. I talked to Faye about this. The thing that I really like about this version of this game is that it's very pick up and play. It's very easy to kind of get into. And I would love to keep doing 14 because 14 is kind of like the thing that connects all of us in some way. Eventually, after you guys have kind of gotten some role-playing chops, some tabletop chops, I would love to actually do Curse of Strahd, which is a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Still clueless, but maybe.
The thing about Curse of Strahd though is that A, it's very roleplay heavy. And B, it is very dour. There will be death. There will be loss. So like you said, it's your first time. 14, I feel like, is a great kind of... It's a great way to kind of dip your toes in. If you're a long time... I don't know how many games Killer has played, but there's a tangible, like, notice of, like, a loss of, like, certain things. Like, you don't have as much worrying about... treasure and loot and experience points. I literally am making a video. Stop. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you guys like are comfortable and having fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else before we head out?
Nope, I'm good.
Don't forget to save.
Yeah.
Yes, please save again because we've changed our stats.
Oh, yeah, thank you. We're going to overwrite that. Overwrite. There we go. Okay, and alright, with that, I hope that you guys all have a good Sunday morning. Well, Sunday evening, Sunday day. Thank you so much for joining and playing with us.
Thanks.
All right.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.